Hi, Andy Wells from Tech Daily here. Just thought I'd give you a quick overview of the car I've been driving this week, which is the Ford Mustang Mach-E. First up, it is a lovely looking car. I have glanced in the rearview mirror quite a few times this week and heads have literally been turning because people are like, what? That's a Mustang? Yes, it is. No, it does not sound like a petrol Mustang, but it is a Mustang. It has I guess it still has that sporty look, but not the same as a traditional Mustang. The car handles like it is on rails. I'm really loving this. I'm not a huge car expert, but you know when a car's nice to drive. It feels firm on the road. Nothing in this car feels cheap or plastic. There's some really nice fine details. Everything from just the way that the dashboard's quite simple and easy to read, to the Bang & Olufsen speakers. It's a really nice car to drive. I've got the indicators on the left, which is a little bit weird for me, but after a few days I've managed to get my head around it. We've got this great 15.5 inch display in the center here, which gives me control over just about everything in the car. Like I said, in the dash in front of me, it's a really nice simple display. I can see everything I want. The range in this one is reportedly about 600 kilometers on a full charge. Around town, I think it's probably more like just under 500, just in my experience over the last week. But no doubt if you're doing a longer trip, you would probably get closer to that 600 kilometer range. It's quite interesting that this kind of sits in the middle of the three different models you can get of the Mach-E. And this actually has the longest range, whereas the next model up, which is more expensive, doesn't focus on range so much. And then of course there's we'll call it the entry level Mach-E as well, which has a lower range. But this is the premium one, which is probably the one you would want to take if you're going interstate or generally doing longer trips. So, overall, what can I say? It's a really nice car to drive. Again, it doesn't sound like, and a lot of people say, if it doesn't sound like a Mustang, it's not a Mustang. I don't know. It's nice and sporty inside. I love the leather seats with the red trim. It accelerates quick. I've got to say, straight off the lights, 0 to 80, you leave everyone else, behind you. Obviously drive to the conditions and drive responsibly. But I've just found it a real pleasure to drive, and I'm just imagining a world where maybe Ford forgets that they've loaned me this vehicle for the week, and it conveniently just sits in my driveway for maybe the next few years. But I think they might miss a $95,000 car. So overall, Ford Mustang EV, it's probably my favorite EV that I have driven. That being said, I've driven the Tesla Model 3 a couple of years ago, and last year I did drive one of MG's EVs as well, which was okay, but it doesn't have the same premium feel. Obviously it's a completely different price point to the Mach-E from Ford. So yeah, sorry, this is my favourite EV that I've driven, and I will be reluctantly handing it back this week. Of course, you can get all info on the Ford Mach-E. Specifically, have a look at the Premium Edition, which is the one I'm driving, on the Ford website, ford.com.au, or of course check out techdaily.com.au. Drive safe.